hop out. Valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really handle punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love.
The bell is tolling. Hey, everybody, it's a...
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the Red Rifle. From TCU, it's Andy Dalton.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
And this one complete, right side to Funchess. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Despite only needing 1, Dalton to throw. He gives it to Brown, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from me a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On second down, here's Mixon. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Throwing, Dalton throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Brown. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And down to the 36-yard line here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed. So they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy. And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. He's got his man, Boyd. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. After the penalty is Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
He ain't going nowhere. Oh, he ain't going nowhere.
13th play now on the opening drive. Will this be the lucky one? It's 3rd and goal. Dalton here from the gun. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
And his kick is good. Didn't hit it all that well, but he got enough on it to put it through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive. So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. And what's a quarterback's best friend? Balance? I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read. And they said balance will be a focus in this one. Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number.
20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 22 carries, 131 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the battered. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. Here's a run with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Bengals add on to their lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Steelers set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. A good pick up there, 26 yards. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Man open left side is Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. This one complete, right side to McDonald. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Gone!
He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Rodgers for a Steeler touchdown. Eli Rodgers, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And the Bengals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. A really nice catch, but bottom line, that should have gone for more yardage.
Give him a pass in the flat that allows him to get upfield. There's plenty of distance between him and all the defenders. Actually cost himself some yardage there. Yeah, they got the completion, but it could have been so much more.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. This Bengal defense now making their way back out onto the field. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. And his throw is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
They'll drop to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A 1st down throw coming for Dalton. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play, now 2nd and 13. Dalton on the draw to mix him. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
and that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Leopard, Leopard. Ah!
The give is to Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Over, 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 over. Over, 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 over.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Gun, 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 gun. Detroit, Detroit.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Second down, Dalton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Passing, it's Dalton. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Over, 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 over.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
Back to throw here. And it's caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go option to the short side. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Patriot.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Back to throw. A screen to Bell. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen at 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he overshot. Got him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, 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 gun.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Flushed out right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Dalton throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
It's second down. Dalton looking. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a play fake here on first down. He gets this one to Boyd. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside to break it inside. A really well-run route.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
And how about that, partner? That happened in a sudden, explosive, gets into the back.
Again, it's Mixon. A nice display of powerful running, but it takes him only to the 7. He's dropped there. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals... are able to grow their lead. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. Darquez Denard there defensively.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it here. He'll get this one to Switzer. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah,
still first down.
Easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. After the penalty, it's Bell. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. And they're going to speed things up here. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Carl Lawson in there to get him. And that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit!
Looking to throw. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Detroit! Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. He'll look to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On second down, it's Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Watch it now, Barney!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Dalton, and this is going to be incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work.
I remember being taught that cliches have become so for a reason. A lot of times they're true, right? What's that they used to tell us about letting sleeping dogs lie? Well, this one wasn't sleeping. Maybe just slumbering a little bit. But taking that gamble there, you've got the lead. You may have ignited them now. They stopped you.
That's exactly right. If you take the points here, you don't shift momentum necessarily on that play. You probably just did. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll set up a throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Steelers on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Rodgers. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And a look at Bell, who remains down after that play. Appears to have gotten shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Gun! Detroit!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Back to throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw here. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Bengals will get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
T.J. Watt in on the tackle. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at third and a few inches. Dalton bootlegs out. He gets it to Brown, complete. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They go play action here on first down. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game. So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And it's third and short. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
They're going to look to throw. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. When they need to play on third down, you kind of know what direction the ball's going, but the defense knew it too.
Yeah, it's a good call because they wanted to put 2 men on him, and they did. Dare him to throw into double coverage. Really what you're saying is, let's see if one of your other receivers can beat us.
Detroit!
Back to throw. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. Line of scrimmage, again, the 37 as they line up second and 10. Back to throw now on second and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Carl Lawson in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Over. Gone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Gun! Hey. Set! Green 39! Green 39!
He'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So a crucial 2-point conversion there, but that's just part one of this 2-part story that they need to happen here.
Yeah, they do need to do a few other things, don't they? They got the 2, as you noted. Now they've got to make sure they get the onside kick and hope to get into field goal range and maybe have one last miracle left.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It's more than a 2-part story. It's a 3- or 4-part story. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Cincinnati, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Baltimore Ravens next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, it's a loss.
feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream, cause I never knew I'd get my chance to live. liquor. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda set the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to. It's talking, it's hot, so leave me where I'm at. I'm living how I want now. No reason looked out, it's clear to see. All eyes on me, 400 degrees. Who am I? Ruthless, easy, does it. In public, hated to love it. The underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my technique. A revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor. This the glamour life, you still not a player. You ain't half as nice. I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping. See you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Your life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm, have it dogs. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the. I'm a player on the late night tier. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog, to the skull, ignorant. Can I live? Still film it, kiss the death, friend, protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss the death, friend, protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. Right now I'm on the edge, so don't push me. Troublesome to 9 to 6. You a shook one, breeze and know the ledge. I'm your, what's that? I smell. Let me count my. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, run. Hi, my name is Dirk Cobain. Like a, here I go to the next episode. Ain't no damn this explosive Beast Coast. Yeah. The mother ride or die for my.